Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode here at T-Roy Cooks. I appreciate you joining me. Folks, as you know, I do some international dishes every once in a while, and I've got one we're going to do for you today. I got to thank my subscriber, Abdoo, over in Bahrain. He sent me his family recipe for Machboos, and I hope I'm saying that right, Machboos chicken. He says they do it for parties and special gatherings, but it's a common dish over there. So we're going to check it out. Thanks again, Abdoo, for sending me this recipe. Let's get to cooking.
Ah!
Everybody, I've got my wife Karen joining me. She's gonna help me do this cook.
Yeah, because it looks really good.
We're gonna go over the ingredients here. What do we have on the table here, Karen?
Whole chicken, little baby chicken, basmati rice, and you found some smoke flavored. You want to show them that?
Yep, this is smoke flavored basmati. You want to use some kind of a long grain rice in this dish.
And then you rinse it really good and let it soak in some water to get some of the starch out of it.
Correct.
And then golden raisins. What's this, babe?
That's ghee. That is clarified butter. If you can't find clarified butter, just use some regular vegetable oil.
Pine nuts.
Saffron. Bay leaves. Whole red chilies. That's cardamom pods.
We're using a red onion and a white onion and a tomato and a dried up lime.
That's turmeric, cinnamon sticks, and cloves. So it should be a simple dish, folks. We're gonna get this cooking. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I got my pot here. It's a cast iron pot, and I'm gonna put this ghee in here. And I'm thinking maybe a few tablespoons of ghee, because we're gonna brown this chicken off on all sides. Okay, my ghee is hot. Now I did rinse and dry this chicken very well. Make sure you dry it, because we're gonna brown all sides of it. So let's put it down in this. And this will probably take 10 minutes or so, but we're gonna brown it, flip it and brown it, and turn on the sides and brown it. We'll bring you back after it's browned up. All right, folks, got my skin browned on my chicken. We're gonna take this out, set it aside just for a little short time. And we're gonna let Karen take care of some onions and tomatoes.
Okay, so we got the yellow onion cut up. Can you turn the heat down a little bit for me? Okay. And the red onion.
Yeah, get all that goodness off the bottom.
Yeah, and just those little bits of tasty goodness. Really good. I don't know what it is about onions simmering and oil getting them going, but it sure does make it smell good, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Okay, these onions have sweated down a bit. We're going to add a cut up whole tomato. Just stir them around with the onions for a bit before we start adding spices.
Okay, everybody, it's time to add our spices. This is that dried lime, and I did poke some holes around this with just a straight knife. Bay leaf going in. I've got 2 red chilies, putting those in. Cinnamon sticks, just basically 1 cinnamon stick busted in half. And I've got maybe a teaspoon of clove fresh, and I've got 5 cardamom pods. Put all that in. 2 teaspoons of turmeric. And I'm going ahead and adding all this stuff now to kind of let it bloom, let it get the flavors in there, warm up the essential oils. Salt and pepper to taste. I think it's maybe a couple teaspoons of pepper and teaspoon and a half or so of salt. Give this all a good mix, let it warm up, and again, get those oils from those spices going.
Smelling good.
It sure does. Yeah, I like that.
Me too. It smells yummy.
Okay, when you start smelling it here, give it a minute or so, and then we're going to add the chicken. Okay, everybody, it's time to add our chicken back in. Just like so, nestle it down in there. All right, then we're going to add some water. Just add enough water to cover the chicken. And what we're gonna do is bring the pot down to simmer and let it simmer. And might need a little bit more water. I don't know, that's probably good. Yeah, that's probably good. We're gonna let this simmer for 30, 40 minutes. We'll check it here in about a half hour and see what it looks like. And I am gonna put the lid on it. So we'll meet you back here in a half hour.
Okay, I tasted the broth and it's really good and it smells delicious. But I had so much water in here over that chicken that I think it needs a little bit more spice. So we're gonna put a little bit more cinnamon, some more cloves.
That's turmeric.
Turmeric and the cardamoms we just sliced to really release the flavor. So we're gonna add this.
Busted the cardamom in half there.
Yeah.
And we've been flipping the chicken over every so often just to kind of make sure it gets even cooking.
It smells really, really, really good. Okay, let's let that go a little bit longer.
Okay, everybody, it's been about 2.5 hours, and I just wanted to see if I can pull this out of here. It's gonna fall apart on me, doggone it. Overcooked it just a little bit. Sorry about that, Abdoo. Yep, I did. Alright, that'll be alright though. It's still gonna taste mighty fine. Man, I'll tell you, this sure does smell good. My goodness gracious. Oh yeah, it'll be alright. It has pure goodness, folks. Alright, again, pull out the bay leaves, pull out this dry lime. If you see some cardamom, you want to try to pull that stuff out. And what we're doing, we're fixing to put this rice in here. And once that rice absorbs this water, you don't want to be biting down on this cardamom and cinnamon and stuff like that when you're getting into the rice and the cloves. You know, so you just try to scoop all this stuff out of here as best you can. Okay, everybody, I got all the big pieces of spices and stuff pulled out. I don't know if you can see it, but you got little holes here. That's because I poked some clove down into that chicken, kind of like we would do a ham here in the States. And I'm just gonna put these pieces of chicken right back down in there. And then we're going to bring this back up to a boil. And we haven't boiled this yet. Remember, we put the chicken in and just left it on the simmer and cooked this chicken for like 2.5 hours very slowly, which makes it very moist and tender. Okay, so we're going to get this back up to a boil and we're going to add some rice here. I'll show you that here in a second. All right, everybody, we're back. Time to add some rice. And again, this is basmati rice, and it's been rinsed 4 times in some warm water and then allowed to soak in warm water for about an hour. We're going to add it straight to this. And what you want to do is cook this until most of the liquid is absorbed. And at that point, we're going to check back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. So get that rice all stirred in there. There you go. Make sure that rice is in the water. Stir it around. Get it off the chicken there, T-Roy. Come on. All right, folks, as you can see, rice is starting to absorb most of the liquid in here. I'm gonna throw in some saffron. This is, I don't know. It's 2 of those little capsules, but it's probably, I don't know, half teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon saffron. That's just gonna add another flavor. And there's some little capsules. I don't know how you get saffron where you are, but mine comes in these little capsules. I use 2 of these. So it's not a whole heck of a lot. But saffron is very strong, so it's gonna give a lot of flavor to this rice and to this dish. Just make sure you get it all kind of spread around there. Okay, and once the liquid gets about to the level of the rice, what I'm gonna do is turn this down to simmer. I'm gonna put the lid on it, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 45 minutes probably, or until the liquid and the rice, you know, really are the way you want it. And then it's gonna be time to serve it. So we'll catch back up with you here in a little bit.
Hey, We're gonna heat up the pine nuts and get them a little toasty. It's just in a dry pan. And that'll take a little bit to kind of warm it up some. I wish y'all could smell this because it smells delicious.
It sure does.
All right. Okay, these are starting to brown and we don't want them to burn. So I'm gonna add the raisins and we just wanna plump these up. You just get them hot and they'll plump up. You're not here to cook them, you just wanna toast them a bit.
Smell them.
Yeah. It releases their juiciness
Yes.
without opening them up. They just puff up.
And this is a topping for the final dish. So.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Sure is.
It smells excelente.
It does. It smells really good.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Woo! That looks pretty.
Sure does.
I'm gonna taste it. I know it's gonna be hot, so give me a second to let this stuff cool. Oh, it smells so good. That's delicious, honey. That's perfect.
Looks good, huh?
Uh-huh. It's perfect. Time to turn it off.
Yeah, let's turn it off and let's plate it up.
Okay, so we took it out and put it in this dish. And it wasn't easy to do because the chicken literally fell off the bone. Yeah. Let's put some of this on here, babe. Put our garnish with the pine nuts. You want to put some on there?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Raisins. Well, I'll just stand there looking pretty.
Well, you know. Didn't want to steal the show from you, honey.
It's not my show.
It is when you're on it.
Let's try it out, babe.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Do they need to see it closer or we good like this?
We're good like this. I'll take some close-ups and put them at the end of the video, folks.
Okay.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. I'm gonna piece this chicken.
Yeah, I do too.
This falls off the bone. Literally.
And I apologize if the chicken's not supposed to be falling apart.
I'm sure it is. Who wouldn't want their chicken falling apart?
Well, you know what I'm saying. Hope I did it right for you, man. That's jamming.
That is so good. There are so many flavors going on in there.
Oh,
I can taste the sweetness. I can taste the heat. This chicken is delicious. And by the way, we're the only ones that are gonna eat this, so we can dig in and double dip all we want.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Very good.
Really good. I like that turmeric. Love that turmeric flavor. And you know, we put 2 of those chili peppers in there, the red chilies. Adds a nice little kick at the back end. Love that.
Without being too over the top.
Maybe even add 3 next time.
Yeah, I think I would.
We're gonna do this
We'll
again.
Pick it up now. For sure, we're gonna do this again.
We are.
This is a spicy delight.
It is.
It is.
It's really good, folks. Definitely good.
Thanks for the recipe. This was super easy to make, and the flavors are outstanding. You can smell it all through the house, and it was a lot of fun.
It was. I enjoyed that smoky basmati rice too. If y'all can find that, give that a shot. It's good stuff. It goes really well with this. And just the colors that are involved in this is excellent. I know, it smells terrific. The whole kitchen is smelling wonderful, y'all.
Whole house.
But again, Abdoo, I appreciate you and your family sharing this family recipe with me and Karen. Karen, I appreciate you joining us here on Tbsp Cooks. Folks, hope y'all give this a try. If you're trying to look for a different way to do some chicken, give this a shot.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Definitely delicious. Y'all give it a thumbs up. Hope y'all give it a shot. Let me know if you do, what you think about it. Hope you share the video. Tell all your friends. Tbsp Cooks responsibly, folks.
Bye.
Cheers.